From 1692 to 1693 in Colonial, Massachusetts, 200 people were accused of witchcraft. 30 of them were found guilty, 19 of which were executed by means of hanging. One man was even pressed to death, but we'll get into that later. So grab your torches and pitchforks and help us form a mob in this episode of the Salem Witch Trials. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Giorgio.
You're what? You're
juror? Like a juror? Like a jury?
Oh.
Because we're doing a witch
you said
trial.
juror. I was like, what the fuck's a
like,
juror?
I know. I said it weird. And I'm juror. I can't do it. I can't fucking
Juror
do it.
Joe.
Juror Joe.
Juror?
Whatever, man.
I don't know if I'm saying it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right now because you have me self-conscious about it now.
Yeah, you guys got me self-conscious about it too. Juror.
Well, I would be if I was you too.
Juror. But juror. Oh, man. Whatever, man. You guys know what everybody's gonna know what I meant when I say this. That we're doing the Salem Witch Trials, okay? And
man, you should have said Judge Joe.
Yeah.
You know what? Judge, jury, and Joseph
Executioner.
Joseph Executioner. Damn. Whatever, man.
Judge, jury, and masturbator Joseph.
Just let's leave all of this in, and they'll understand what I said.
You could be like, and I'm Joe, jury, and executioner.
I would just leave the whole fuck.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that, Joe. Or Joe. Saying Joe too much, Mike.
I'll use it next week.
I'll be your Joe.
I'll be your Joe if you want me to.
What is that from? It's from The Hangover. It's like, that's not our Doug. Now I'll be your Doug.
Yeah.
Is that that's Mike Epps, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Mike Epps.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I fucking love Mike Epps.
No, come on, man. I'll be your Doug. I love that. Because they're gonna fucking kill him. He's like, Oh,
man.
Good movie. I haven't seen it in a while.
I haven't either.
So, the Salem Witch Trials.
you said you learned about this in school, Mike.
Yeah. In like 5th grade or some shit like that.
Well,
so, like,
Joe, we all went to this. We all went to the same school, so we all learned about it. No, because I was listening to my other podcast, my other conspiracy podcast, and I was listening to it, and they're Canadian.
You're part of the
it's not mine. It's one of my shows that I listen to. No, they're Canadian, but they
gross.
The conspiracy post.
No, they're Canadian, but I guess they don't learn about the Salem Witch Trials in Canada. That's not like something that's not in their school thing. And one of the guys was like, he's like, I wish we were learning about fucking witches and shit in school.
Yeah.
But
did
you
say what
we don't learn that they're that they're not actual witches?
Joe, please tell me you said that his other podcast is called the Conspiracy Theory Outpost.
Yeah, I said conspiracy outpost.
Oh.
Well, I might have said theory. I might have said conspiracy theory.
You probably did.
Because Casey has two fucking channels. It's called Conspiracy Outpost and Conspiracy Theory Outpost.
You know,
the other one, they straight lay down all the facts and they don't fucking scatter off into other random shit like we do.
When I was just in town, I was talking to Matthew with my older brother Russell, and Matthew was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I keep saying the name wrong, and it drives Casey crazy." Russell's like, "What do you call it?" He was like, "Conspiracy Outpost." I was like, "That is not what you call it, Matthew." I was like, "That's the actual name of it." He's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Conspiracy Theory Outpost is the actual name, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, that is what the fuck, man."
He thinks he's been getting it right.
Yeah.
So, well, with this episode, because I don't want to get into every fucking case. There
was a lot, but there was 30 confirmed.
Yeah, so we're not going to get into every case. This is how we're just going to talk about like life back then, how it was going. a couple like main points. Everybody can talk about one. I just have one guy that I want, or that I actually want to talk about because he's a badass. But yeah, we just talk about what made you a witch, how'd you get convicted of it, talk about a couple of the people, tell a couple stories, whatever one you guys pick out, that you guys like.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we can get some shit going on. Let me give you a little background.
Little background of the
info. So, well, I already told you a little bit in the intro, but so the witch trials were happening in Europe as well, but they were beginning to fade out. But for some reason, in the American colonies, there was a brief outburst of hysteria, witchcraft everywhere.
It probably had nothing to do with the religion at the time, because they don't do wrong.
Puritans were
cunts.
Foul breed, weren't they?
You dead!
Yeah, they
miniature beast of burden.
more or less, yes.
More or less is what the Puritans were. Yes.
So these trials and hearings, they took place between February 1694 to May 1693. And I guess 1693 was the deadliest witch hunt in the history of North America. And it's all because
So what
they
you
were just
mean is
hanging
they had
motherfuckers.
like super high kill deaths?
Yeah,
hunters?
their KD ratio is super good.
Yeah.
Okay, so are Puritans, are they the ones that wear those weird little funny hats? Like, when you go to a grocery store and
I think you're thinking of the Amish, bro.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but these people are driving around in cars and shit. Like,
But
Yeah.
Puritan,
They're not-
I just think of it like a pilgrim. That's all I just
I
imagine
always say
back
it's
in the
like, are these
day.
people Amish or
Like
what?
they have a buckle hat.
I watched a guy walking around in regular clothes, but his wife and 2 daughters were dressed like Amish people, but he was dressed normally, unless it was some fucking. I don't even.
Because
know.
his wife and daughter have morals, and they don't just
Oh, yeah,
start
see, because
throwing
Amish people
flopping
don't
their
go to-
ankles or wrists around town like common whores.
Well, because Amish people like grow and do all their own like shit with food. They don't just like. Because like when I lived in Orville, it would be like the same fucking people I'd see at Food
Yeah.
Max come in like every
There-
week.
There's this one bakery that's owned by some of them, and dude, they make such good bread and like croissants and stuff. It's so fucking good. Got some
By Amish
jalapeno
people?
cheddar. Yeah, got some jalapeno cheddar bread from there. It's fucking bomb. Like they dress that way. I don't know if they're Amish. I don't know that culture very well. I don't know what exactly they believe, but yeah, that fucking.
There's
Bakery.
another one. There's another. They're not Amish, but there's another group. I can't think
Mennonite.
of the name off the top of it. Is that what it is?
Mennonite.
Mennonite? Maybe that's what they are.
That might be.
Yeah, I don't know the differences between the two. And I
Yeah,
don't
neither
know if
do
there's
I.
another one out there. I would have to talk to them, which I wouldn't mind. It's just
I'm
like the
really
I
good at-
I feel like there's like a harassing thing. Like you go
Yeah.
up to her, hey you. Tell me about
Well, it's like-
your beliefs.
Why you look Amish, bro? Let me. I feel like, but then like you might get sucked into some kind of like cult like behavior.
I don't
Like,
know,
we
when I'm
drink goat's milk.
Just
only.
come back to the compound. Let me show you what we're all about.
I know like everybody they get annoyed by people generally get annoyed when like Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons come to their door, but like I don't like talking in my house. I'll walk outside and talk to them, but I've talked to them for a while. It's interesting.
Oh, I
If you
I
just talk to them, like offer them a drink or something like that, because they're usually fucking walking. Like yeah, they'll do their pitch, but after that, a lot of the times they've been some fucking cool places, like doing
They don't
just walking
need to
around. Some
Drink
some of them have
anything.
gone to
If they're thirsty, all they gotta do is pray to God, and He'll make it rain for them.
no, but like a lot of the times they have some cool stories because usually this isn't the first town they've been to.
yeah.
So it's like
I-
after all the religious talk is through, and you kind of learn a bit about their culture. It's interesting. I've had a lot of fun talking to the Mormons that have stopped by. One of them had been in Italy for a while and
That's
stuff
you.
like that.
I don't hate Mormons. I just like making
That's
jokes
cool.
about them.
Yeah,
Mormons,
Yeah.
Mormonize, and then it does the Autobot sound, and then they fucking transform into Mormons on bikes and then they pedal off.
Yeah. It's just interesting. I know. That bakery that I went to usually because it's in like an out of the way place, a very small town that's near where we live, and I would stop at it when I was coming back from Grass Valley occasionally. But because I was really fucking tired, I wouldn't sit there and talk. I just wanted to get home, under my cooler and cool down.
I said Grass Valley, home of the Mormon. I was like, I'm just playing. I've never been to Grass Valley. Never been.
But yeah, maybe if I were to go through there when it wasn't fucking summertime, I would talk to him. But going through that fucking area in the summer in the work truck with no AC after working all day, I just have a beer on the way home, and that's about it. I want to get home. I grab some bread for dinner, make a sandwich or some shit.
Dude, when I worked at Walmart as one of the door greeters, or whatever they called it, the asset, whatever bullshit. These church people, they came up and these like two young like girls, not like young like kids, but like 19, 20, 21, like in between that range, like young adult, like whatever. And they were sitting there talking to me, and it was like they gave me a little pamphlet thing and was whatever. It's like, your name's Joseph. That is a really good name. Like, and they were like kept saying that, and I was like, the fuck. And it didn't dawn on me that they gave me a Mormon pamphlet because I forgot their Jesus
brainwashed
Joseph. Or whatever you said. His name was Joseph or something, and he found the Book of Mormon or some shit.
But then he lost it, and then he had to recite it to another person, but he can only tell that person.
That is such a joke, dude. That is such a Joseph move, by the way. To like, I'm gonna make a religion, but I'm too lazy to create everything, so I'm just gonna take some things from Christianity that already took shit from Jewish people, and I'm just gonna fucking make up my own shit in between.
Dude, this guy said he went out into the forest. God gave him some like scripture or whatever, But then
stones.
Yeah, and then he lost them. But for some reason, he was able to memorize everything on those stones, and then he had to have some other person write it down for him. And yeah, that's basically how that fucking religion started.
I'm going off of South Park, which they say this is what they actually believe, and that
episode is pretty accurate.
Yeah, but if South Park is correct, then he couldn't remember what was on the other stone, and he lost the seeing stone, so he had to read from a new stone, so it was slightly different. And then the song goes dum 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 dum, and then it goes dum 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 all the way through, and then the one person who calls him on his bullshit, it goes smart 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 smart, and it's like, oh, what the fuck. It is what it is.
So let me tell you guys about the life in old Salem Village back in colonial times.
And
so,
what was their religion again?
I don't know.
Puritans.
You dense, irritating miniature beast of burden!
Just do it one more time. In case anybody forgot.
No, so the Salem Village was known for its divided population. Like, the population was divided amongst itself. They had many internal disputes, and sorry, I thought someone was coming in my garage to get the shit out of me.
Witch hunt.
Yeah, where was I? They had many internal disputes between the village and Salem. So there was like Salem Village, and then there was like Salem. They're separate.
Which
Salem, Oregon? No, it's not Salem, Oregon.
Which Salem was Sabrina's cat?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. I feel like they look like Oregon people, though.
No, that shit is hella funny though, Casey. Because you remember when you went to Salem, Oregon, and we made all them witch jokes, and the next day we both came to the realization that it wasn't the same Salem. After we were like, because I was about to message you, I was like, I'm fucking stupid in Salem, Massachusetts. I went to message you, and I already had a message from you saying, Oh, it's not even the same fucking Salem. Which made it even more funny because if Casey got out of his car, it was just like, yeah, it's colder than a witch's titty out here, am I right? Just like, the fuck are you talking about?
I don't remember whether it was Salem or Eugene, but I went through one of them on my way up to Seattle. And I was looking, and this is like right when weed got legalized, so a bunch of dispensaries had opened up around there. And one of the billboards was advertising a dispensary / sex shop, 2-in-1. I was like, God damn, this place is cool.
You can be high and horny at the same time.
So Sabrina the Teenage Witch in the comic book series, she's in a fictional town called Greendale, and
That's not a fictional town. There's a college there.
but yeah, and then
And Jeff
and
And it's in
Winger.
Colorado.
and his gang of great friends.
then the TV show is based in Westbridge, Massachusetts.
Oh, which is why Salem's name is Salem. Do you think? Well, I mean, Salem's name Salem.
Well,
because
I'm sure they
because
did
the-
it because of that, but I wasn't
because
sure
of
if
the
they were
witches.
actually based out of there or not.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, obviously they named it after that because they're like, oh, you know what's funny?
I know Hocus
Salem,
Pocus takes place in
Massachusetts?
Salem.
Salem, a black cat.
No, but Hocus Pocus takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. Fuck.
That lady looks like a gopher. My phone fucking blew up about the one. It's like, why did she switch? One of the sisters switched the way she pushes her mouth. Like, I don't give a fuck why she did it. Like, it was some creative fucking thing. It's like, well, see, I got slapped, so the mouth went the other way, and I just stuck that way because it was easier to do or something. It was like, this is not fucking. This is not
Maybe
like
maybe it's
cinematic
as simple
fucking-
as just like that's just how it goes now. It's been what fucking like 30 years.
Yeah, it's like the people that cling to this like it was like a work of art, like it was like the most.
I mean, the
epic
second one was okay.
I haven't.
The
watched
first
it yet.
one was okay. I mean,
It
the
was-
first
it was-
one has a nostalgia factor, but it's still just an okay movie.
It's not even just the
I didn't even hear what movie you guys are talking about, so I'm so lost right now.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Pocus, the
Because
one
it
Oh.
takes place in
mouth-
Salem.
The one
Oh,
sister's
gotcha.
mouth is all the way to the side.
I thought you.
and
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought you guys might have been
She
talking about a
said-
different movie.
I
Yeah.
think
So I was
she
like,
said,
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I think she said it was easier to do it the other way, but like she did it when the sister hits her and her mouth goes the other way or something, and it just stays there. But it's like, who the fuck is out here that concerned about it? Like it was
Yeah,
like
that's nitpicking.
there's somebody that's just like fucking yeah, or just like such a hardcore Hocus Pocus fan. It's just like
Like okay, like I said, it has a lot of nostalgia to it. It is a good movie to watch. Watch it like every October probably.
I like,
But it's
I
like as far as movies go, that is like it's just a bit better than a TV movie as far as like production value goes.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I'm like I love Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's just like I'm not gonna pick
Yeah.
through every little thing.
Yeah.
when they make
like,
a
again,
new-
like when you're watching horror or those type of things, you gotta
I
suspend.
love watching horrors.
Yeah, you gotta suspend some belief and like,
Why did I
not nitpick all these B movies and slashers because
By the way, I feel so fucking disappointed in myself that I didn't realize that Quinn Cannon was the fucking remake.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, I didn't know that was because I was like, wait a minute, is that fucking new Freddy Krueger? And I looked up and I was like, oh shit, he
Rorschach.
fucking is. Yeah, Rorschach. I was just like, what the fuck? Why did I not know this after all these years? And it took me rewatching it. I was like, oh, homeboy's Rorschach.
Yeah. See
Which
that
makes sense
homeboy
why
fucked
he
a
has this
Martian
creepy
once.
fucking role there just because he's just like a grittier fucking like guy. I don't know. I also say to spiral off a little more into a comic sensitive area. Alan Moore does not seem to care for any of that shit. He hated that they made that series, and it seemed like he didn't really care for them making a movie after his fucking work. But he said all this shit makes him hate his original work because they won't leave it alone.
With what?
With Watchmen.
Oh,
And then with that new series, he
That
just
new
said they missed the fucking point of it. And he also
Yeah.
said that it's adults stuck in like infant something, and he said that's how fascism starts or something.
Yeah.
All these adults going to watch comic book movies and doing all this shit because he's like, that's like he was basically it's like over stuff that you watched as a child or used to like as a child and something, and everybody's I don't know. He did this whole thing. He wasn't really talking shit about people that like
But he was.
superhero like stuff, but he was at the same time. He said it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
It is what it
yeah.
is. I enjoy what I enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy what I do too. I just thought it was crazy.
Yeah, I
that-
watch comic book movies, but I also will watch, profound movies.
Yeah, like I like fucking a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't define us.
I'll watch Iron Man, and then maybe I might turn on the Titanic afterwards. I don't know.
I like a good laugh, a good cry, and a good dick beating. I'm not gonna lie. I masturbate immediately when the boat sinks.
Every time she's in the car, gotta pause it.
Yeah, that scene too. That's the warm up beat sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets you going for when she's in the water.
Yeah. Hey, is it cold in here?
You just go in and people are like, God, you're sick. It's like, I love icicles.
Well, no, and okay, so what I like to do, I like to watch Titanic, and then right when he sinks underwater, immediately switch it to What's Eating Gilbert Grape. 'Cause I like to pretend, I like to pretend that they did save him and he got brain damage afterwards.
Oh, that's staying in. Oh.
Oh man.
That- How have I never heard that been said before?
Oh man.
Oh my man.
Ah, that was
That
great.
that actually made my eyes water a little bit.
God, dude, that would have been perfect. I mean, that's definitely got to stay in, but that would have been perfect during our whole Titanic episode.
Oh yeah.
It didn't.
Fuck.
We didn't talk about masturbating at all during Titanic. Surprisingly, we didn't talk about masturbating during the Titanic movie.
We were more
talking
straight
about-
edge then back then.
Yeah, we were like right we're very
We were
relaxed
scared
right
to
now.
talk to each other. Who are these people I've known for
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, we're four friends just talking, and then it's like
Yeah.
you guys don't sound like it.
We're sometimes,
Sounds like you guys just fucking met. It's like they've seen through the charade.
we actually all met online just one day.
Yeah,
There's
chat
a-
roulette. We all pulled
Yeah,
up, and
that's
it's
what I
like
was gonna say.
dicks were in hand, and we're like, wow.
All watching the
So we got
Titanic.
ourselves classic case of a classic Mexican standoff here, guys.
Now, what happened? What happened? All of us were all watching the Titanic. We're all at the same scene, and we're just clicking through chat roulette, and then we all pop up on each other's thing, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
And then everybody just like stared at each
What
other
have you done?
awkwardly, and then it's just like aliens of masturbation, aliens of masturbation.
Yeah, there's just a moment of silence. We're all like, what? And then
And ironically, we all have a screen name. It's Conspiracy Outpost 01, Conspiracy Outpost 02, Conspiracy Outpost 03. I thought it was
like,
the only one.
This is weird.
That's a conspiracy in itself. God damn.
Yeah. Speaking
It's like
of
the Tenacious D thing where they had the tattoos.
I have an Ask Mark too. I fucking
Hella
love that
funny.
movie. But
Yeah,
speaking of
man.
conspiracies, we should probably get back to one.
So,
Preferably the one that we're supposed to be talking about.
yeah. So some of the disputes that they had going on throughout town was disputes on property lines. Obviously, property was a big thing. Well, it still is. Grazing
There's
rights.
still Karens that are just like, your grass is 3 inches onto my property. It's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
and church
God
privileges.
doesn't will it.
The neighboring populations said that the Salem village was quarrelsome, in quotes.
So was this village just like a whole bunch of religious Karens?
Bunch of Puritans, basically.
What was this or did this place originate the HOA?
Jesus.
Probably.
these
Is that the kind of people we're dealing with right now?
it was mainly, I mean, it was mainly like
the villain,
whatever, because anytime a woman acted out of fucking character, they were fucking witch. Something isn't right about her. They're not British. I don't know why I'm doing British.
Honestly, with like the mob mentality that resulted in the death of these women that were suspected witches, it kind of sounds like the mob mentality and just overall bitchiness that comes in an HOA.
yeah, basically. Yeah, it's what happens when your government's dominated by conservative Puritans. They want fucking cunts.
They want our country like that again. Not gonna happen.
No, it's So this is the Puritans held the belief that men
Why would
were.
it stop? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It said Irish goat, and I was curious what that sounded like.
It kind of sounded like a Poe from Legend of Zelda.
I thought it was like the Wreck-It Ralph thing when he was trying to break the internet and he did the goat thing. He's like, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
You guys watch
I haven't
Wreck-It
seen
Ralph too?
Not in a while. Not since it came out. But y'all have
You guys know what I'm
children,
talking
so y'all probably watching that shit more often.
Yeah, I just watched it like a couple months ago, I think.
My favorite part is when all the princes got together and fucked. I'm just kidding.
No, so the Puritans held a belief that men and women were equal in the eyes of God, but not in the eyes of the devil, which is why most of the accused were 78% of them were women. Though they were accused of witchcraft because it was believed that women were inherently more sinful and more susceptible to damnation than men were. Women's souls were seen as unprotected and unprotected in their weak, vulnerable bodies.
Yeah,
So
you
basically,
kinda
these
have
women
that
are just
idea.
out here throwing out their souls to the devil, making all these deals and shit.
Anytime a woman had a
turn
good
out.
idea back then, like one of them's just like, God, I hate all this bleeding. I wish I had something to stuff up there. Witch.
God. A period joke. A period joke.
Yeah, a period joke. A period joke.
That's a line.
Period joke.
Yeah. That's from Family Guy, but you know.
Oh, was it? Oh shit.
A period joke. Early episode of Family Guy. Very
Yeah,
early.
and
Like
now I'm
first season,
ashamed
I
of
think.
myself for not remembering that because I
I
remember.
think it's
older
first
ones.
season.
But yeah, that was the whole half hanged Mary thing. There's like a woman that fucking had like torn like dresses and fucking was just in a bad mood all the time because like fucking she's poverty stricken and everything. And it's just like, that bitch is depressed. That's witchcraft right there. That's satanic thought. You're not happy about being a fucking broke bitch on the edge of town. She had like scars from boiling water and other shit. And it was just, what was boiling water? I don't know. She had like a scar that didn't settle right with people or something. But this was before the Salem Witch
Do they
Trials.
think it was the devil's teat?
Maybe. But I mean, she got accused of a lot of fucking shit. Also, didn't help that they fucking hung her ass and she lived. Yeah, that
That didn't help her case at all, you know. Fuck.
that's what they have. A mob went after her. They hung her. My facts aren't completely straight because it's been a long time. But they did. They tried to hang her. A bunch of dudes. They let her hang for a while, then took her down and then buried her in the snow. Like half-ass buried her in the snow, and then she got up because again they didn't do it properly or some shit, and so she got fucking up, and I don't remember all the fucking details, but they said she cursed this guy in town, and the dude died, and like a day or two later something, his body was still warm.
Can you imagine how intense that would have been back in the day? So you're hanging this bitch for witchcraft, right? And then you cut her down. You're like, oh, she's dead. Cut her down. And then she just stands up and starts fucking, I curse you! And then just runs off into the brush.
I
It's
forget
scary
her
as
full-
fuck.
I just remember her fucking name. Her fucking
Did they end up killing her again?
Mary Webster.
Or try to
Mary
kill her
Webster.
again?
I forget, but this was like When was this? Give me a second.
I don't know if I was trying to
was
hang
before
somebody.
I think it was before they started doing the fucking crazy witch trials, and it wasn't in Salem, but it was in Massachusetts still. I know that. So where was this? Okay, 1680. Wait, 1684. Is that it? Wait, she was a resident of the colonial New England. So I'm pretty sure that was.
1684 was before the witch trials.
She married William Webster, and they settled in the small Puritan town of Hadley, Massachusetts. There's no record they had children. She was tried for a witch, I think, more than once, actually. And
Not
Kept trying to hang the.
in 1683,
I thought you were gonna say 83 times. I was like, God damn.
she was
This bitch
60.
wouldn't die.
She was around 60 years old when she was accused and brought to a trial before a jury in Boston for suspicion.
Wow,
of
she was
witchcraft.
60 back
Yeah.
then.
Let
But
the bitch die. God.
But cleared of charges and found not guilty. Then the next year in 1684, she was accused verbally by Philip Smith, who was a judge and a deacon and a representative of the town of Hadley. He was also been
figures.
described as a hypochondriac. He's ew, she's a witch and she's dirty. Witch germs. Believed in the real power of witchcraft, and his afflictions were being magically caused by Mary Webster in collaboration with the devil. That's the guy I was talking about. He got sick and he was saying she did it. But somebody, what's her name? Something add something. I can't, dude. I have terrible memory. But she wrote a poem about her or something. Let me just get to her fucking death thing here. Okay, his
Yeah, I just want to hear about this hanging situation. Like,
Yeah.
did she run off? They just fucking murk her right there?
I thought she came
Get her
back.
with the stake.
I know. So this is something I do remember while I'm trying to find this. Is okay. So she, people swore that they fucking seen fire in the dude's bed and a cat sitting next to him, and just like crazy
Familia?
shit. Just some bullshit witness things.
While you look up that, Joseph, I'm gonna talk about Abigail Faulkner. She
Who now?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Faulkner. It's Faulkner. Faulkner. I think that's how you say it. But anyway, she was accused for witchcraft in 1692. She admitted that she was angry at what folks said and that the devil may have temporarily overtaken her, causing her to harm her neighbors.
What did she do to her neighbors?
Well, I guess back in the day, if you like a lot of arguments with neighbors often ended in allegations of witchcraft between each other. Hey Jerry, can you trim your head just a little bit? Hey Mike, fuck yourself. The fuck you say to me, you witch? You witch ass motherfucker? Oh, you casting spells? Yeah, man, what a time to be alive. Just someone pisses you off. Fucking witch. Get him.
So here's okay. So Margaret Atwood wrote a poem about half-hanged Mary, which was like it said, based off of Mary Webster, who was accused of witchcraft in the 1680s in a Puritan town in Massachusetts. So the poem goes: 7 p.m. Rumor was loose in the air, hunting for some neck to land. God damn it. That
ends with "God damn it." That's weird.
I was milking the cow. The barn door opened to the sunset. I didn't feel the aimed word hit and go in like a soft bullet. I didn't feel the smashed flesh closing over it like water over a thrown stone. I was hanged for living alone, for having blue eyes and a sunburned skin, tattered skirts, few buttons, a weedy farm in my own name, and a surefire cure for warts. Oh yes, and breasts, and a sweet pear hidden in my body. Whenever there's talk of demons, these come in handy. 9 p.m. The bonnets come to stare, the dark skirts also. The upturned faces in between, mouths closed so tightly they're lipless. I can see down in their eye holes and nostrils. I can see their fear. You were my friend, you too. I cured your baby, missus, and flushed yours out of you, non-wife, to save your life. Ugh. Held me down. You don't dare. I might rub off on you like soot or gossip. Birds of a feather burn together, though as a rule ravens are singular. In a gathering like this one, the safe place is the background, pretending you can't dance, the safe stance, pointing a finger. I understand you can't spare anything. A hand, a piece of bread, a shawl against the cold, a good word, Lord knows there isn't much to go around. You need it all. 12 midnight. My throat is taut against the rope, choking off words and air. I'm reduced to knotted muscle. Blood bulges in my skull. My clenched teeth hold it in. I bite down on despair. Death sits on my shoulder like a crow, waiting for my squeezed beat of a heart to burst so he can eat my eyes. Or like a judge muttering about sluts and punishment and licking his lips, or the crowd, their own evil turned inside out like a glove, and me wearing it. Or like a dark angel whispering to me to be easy on myself, to breathe out finally. Trust me, he says, caressing me. Why suffer? A temptation to sink down into these definitions, to become a martyr in reverse, or food or trash, to give up my own words for myself, my own refusals, to give up knowing, to give up pain, to let go. 3 a.m. Wind seeds in the leaves around me. The tree exudes night, night. Birds yell inside my ears like stabbed hearts. My heart stutters and my flutter cloth. The body I dangle with strength going out of me. The wind seeds in my body tattering. The words I clench. My fists hold no talisman or silver disc. My lungs flail as if drowning. I call on you as a witness. As witness, I did. No crime I was born. I have borne. I bear. Will be born. This is a crime. I will not acknowledge leaves and winds. Hold on to me. I will not give in. That was all they had. I keep getting choppy there. It's kind of
It's
botched a little bit.
interesting.
But yeah, that was
Damn.
the poem she wrote.
That was
about.
just one poem. That was a long ass poem.
Yeah, it was a long ass poem there.
That was pretty dope though.
Yeah, I just thought. I mean, yeah, but that was by Margaret Atwood, and it was called Half Hanged Mary. I don't fucking remember the fucking details.
I'm like half chubbed up after that story.
I kept getting distracted by single words and phrases like eye holes. I was like, I'm the eye hole man. Give me those eye holes. And then when he said rub off, I was like, I'm a child. I really.
Just trying to
Women,
find sorry.
who also didn't conform to the norms of Puritan society, were unmarried, or did not have children, were all more likely to be accused of witchcraft, like what Joe was just saying in that poem, because she was unmarried,
The
living alone, got some nice fucking rack on her. God forbid, she's blessed, and she can have them titties hanging out. No, they got to go hang a bitch for them.
Oh wait, I think I found. Sorry, I think I found the fucking thing. So
Yeah,
I thought I fucking found it, and then they dragged her out of the house. They hung her up until she was near dead, let her down, rolled her sometime in the snow, and at last buried her in it. And they left her, but it happened that she survived, and the melancholy man died. So the other person died as she came back. So it was like really bad fucking timing, and that's how she earned the nickname Half
Maybe they were
Hanged
correct
Mary.
on this one.
And apparently she lived another 11 years, and the town people continue to persecute her. So I think they just talk shit to her. It's like, you can't kill her. She's
How old was she? Was 64?
And I think she was in her 60s. They think.
So she was in her
like
70s
old.
when she died. That's pretty old for that.
Oh, there goes fucking the witch Mary. You're lucky we don't kill you.
No, you know
You've
how
already
funny
tried
that is?
once.
So it's like, what do we do when we accuse someone of being a witch? Oh, we hang them. What if they are a witch? Oh, then we just let them live in our town. We talk shit to them and then run. They cast a spell on us. That's all we got. That's all we have in our arsenal is the attempt to hang them. This was before the burning them at the stakes. They didn't even think about that at the time. Have you tried burning them? No. But we're going to start.
Did they actually burn people? Not that they only were just hanging them.
Oh, you know what? They did only hang them. I'm thinking of Joan of Arc.
They burnt witches.
Did they burn witches at the stake too? I know they did.
They
Joan
also
of Arc, but-
drowned them.
Yeah, they did. They did all that because if they came back,
Yeah,
from
they
the
would tie
water they
stones
would
to them and put them in the water, and then if they floated, then they were witches. It's like that's not fair.
It's like
How
somebody
is that
remembers
the test?
elementary
I could
school.
fail. I could fail or die. Or it's like if I fail the test that proves that I'm a witch, I die anyway. So what the fuck?
I know. I always thought that was the grimiest thing in school. I was like, I was so confused as a kid because I was like, wait a minute. Like, oh yeah, if they didn't live, they were fucking whatever. They weren't a witch. Oh, we fucked up. It's like
It's the Kobayashi Maru. You can't win.
it's
You want to hear some? You guys want to know how easy it was to
what
fucking
kind of
accuse someone of
logic is
witchcraft?
that?
Watch, listen to this shit. Most of the evidence used against the accused was spectral evidence, or the testimony of the afflicted who claimed to see an apparition of the shape of the person who is allegedly afflicting them.
Dude, you know what?
The
You know what it was?
dispute that surrounded the use of this evidence was based on whether the person had given permission to the devil to use his or her shape to afflict people. So basically, like there was like a debate whether this was actually happening. Like, oh, if they're able to use this evidence, if this is actually happening, or people are just full of shit and just making stuff up, like, oh yeah, this thing. But then the courts determined that the devil could not use a person's shape without a person's permission. So when the afflicted claimed to see the apparition of a specific person, it was accepted as evidence that that person accused has been talking to the devil.
How fucked up would it be?
Could you imagine
if
that? It's like
somebody's shadow-
I saw them in the woods. It's like, yeah, I was taking a stroll in the woods, Gary. I do it every morning, you son of a bitch.
What was that shadowy figure following? If shadowy figure following you, my
You can literally
shadow.
say you were.
Witch.
You can literally say you were in your room sleeping, and then fucking Gary next door apparated in front of you, but it wouldn't actually be Gary. It'd be the devil taking Gary's form. But the only way the devil is able to do that is if Gary was talking to the devil.
Dude, can you imagine it? So a guy is cheating on his wife.
So that's how they were able to accuse people from that
guy-
fucking logic.
A guy cheated on his wife and was fucking his wife's best friend, the neighbor, and he gets like stitches on her dress, and they go over there the next day, and his wife's like, "What's that on your dress?" And she's like, and she looks at the husband, and the husband's like, "Ectoplasm. That's from a ghost." She's this bitch is a witch. She's conjuring spirits. That is not. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
The
You were
wife-
sleeping with me. The devil did it. The devil came in my form and came on you.
The wife came in and she's
My
like,
fault.
"What's that on your dress?" And she looked down at the lady's dress, and then she looked down at her dress, and they both had cum stains in the same spot.
Oh shit! I guess you're both witches. And then and then after that, he marries the
Cum
kid's
cousins.
sister of the lady because that's how disgusting they are. I didn't mean like actual kids. I mean like the kid sister, as in like the fucking
Little sister.
the little sister. But as some people would say,
The
kid-
younger sister.
the younger sister is what I meant, and I meant in sig fuck in the sense that. Let me clarify. And I just looked at the room like Jeff. On Community. Let me clarify, and I just exit off of everything.
I'm gonna do that next time my wife is arguing with me, and then I'm just gonna say a couple things, and then I'm just gonna walk outside the house, and then everybody's gonna be confused because I'll actually walk around the block real quick.
Next time I'm arguing,
Where the
with my wife,
fuck did he go?
next time I'm arguing and I lose, I'm just gonna and then walk out.
You're gonna bleat and walk out.
Yeah.
What'd you call it, Mike?
Bleat?
Bleat? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what goats do. They
Is that what?
bleat.
I was
I thought
hoping
it
it
was
was
called-
a
I thought it was
shout.
just calling.
It's a
A
bleat.
bind. I guess that makes more sense for adults. We shouldn't say animals are
That's the one I
bind
was
anymore.
looking for. I'm just gonna run off.
You're having too much fun with that fucking soundboard, dude.
I am. It's very entertaining. One more for the Irish goat. There we go. I don't know. We were talking about Puritans and shit. Witches.
Continue, Casey.
But yeah, let's hear some more.
Baste our brains in
tragic-
information.
Yeah, let's hear some more tragic yet comedic.
Or if
witch
we're about to
accusations.
change subjects, we can go to break real quick.
You got a break.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Conspiracy Outpost. We are in the midst of our Spooktober special with all our spooky conspiracies grouped into 1 month. And next week, being our last week of Spooktober since it's Halloween, we are doing the Chupacabra. So tune into that and, keep it spooky.
Did you look at that link I sent you, Joseph? Why don't you take a gander at that while I tell the story about old Corey Giles, or it's Giles Corey Giles.
You know what? You guys think people got pink eye a lot back then, like being those religions, because they're afraid to wipe their ass good, so they want to stick their fingers in it. And they would like wipe their ass and not wash their hands, and rub their eyes.
They probably didn't wipe their ass back
scratch-
then. They probably just shit and just pulled up their fucking pants and just went about their day. They did what dogs did, but like outside in the grass, is rub their ass on the ground until their butt was clean. No, so this guy, 81-year-old farmer from the southeast end of Salem. He lived in the Salem Farms. That's what they called it.
Was it common to live that long back then? Am I
If you're
tripping? Why is
if
everybody
you're accused as a witch, it was. Anyway, so he was.
Life
He was,
expectancy is too high. That's the conspiracy here. Life expectancy was too high for them, like too high for comfort. So they were accusing people of witchcraft, so they can do a little population control. A little PC.
So he was accused of witchcraft, and he refused to enter a plea because back in the day, like, okay, so if you were accused of witchcraft and you own land. If you are found guilty, you lose all your land and your holdings and shit. And so if you, like this guy, so he refused to enter a plea when he went into trial in September. And so the judge gave him the punishment called, I don't even know how to say this. I'm going to have Mike say it because I already know I'm not even gonna fucking attempt it because I'm too stupid.
It's cum dumpster.
Yeah, it's No, how do you say that?
Did you
There's-
send it to me?
Yeah, in the group. There's supposed to be some lines, I'm sure, above some of the Z's.
I don't know how to say that one.
I think that's like Penne.
Piene forte et dior or et door.
Is this
I don't know.
Latin?
Yes,
Penne
I mean,
forte
back
et
in the
Dios.
day. Yeah,
What is
so
it?
you
mean?
said that. Well, I'm gonna tell you. It's that is when stones are piled upon someone's chest, and they just pile stones upon their chest and until you no longer can breathe. And so 2 days into that torture, Corey ended up dying without entering a plea. His refusal to the plea is a way. Oh, they explained it from him not losing his estate to his kids, or for his kids and whatnot, But
What was the torture again? Hold on.
A pronunciation video on YouTube.
Pin forte et door.
That's too fast.
Peen? Forte et Dur?
Kine Fort et Dior.
Form of punishment torture in which the prisoner's body was pressed with heavy weights. Forte et door.
Oh, you turn him into a panini.
Pin forte et
Yeah,
door.
basically.
Trust me,
Nowadays
I
it's
cook.
called
But-
panini.
I don't know if it was this guy, but I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure
bet
that's the only
peen
one.
Or pien or piene, pain, whatever it is. I bet that means pressed,
Probably.
which is probably goes on to panini, pressed sandwich, probably. I
Yeah.
don't know. It seems
But,
like it relates.
I'm pretty sure it's this guy when they were putting the weights on him and they were crushing him and they kept asking him like, "Oh yeah, are you a witch?" And then he said no, and then he's like, "More weight." And then so they put more weight on him, and they asked him again. He's like, no more weight. And then that's how he
What the
died. He's
fuck?
he went out like
Psycho.
a boss. Like a psycho. He's gonna get killed no matter what. Might as well just fucking keep your land for your children. Or
Being
say
crushed
fuck
to death
them.
sounds terrible. I'd rather just a quick snap of the neck.
That's
I-
not what
I
the
wa-
judge gave him. The judge offered him crushed by death. Because he didn't want to say he was guilty.
Mike, I typed in that peen or whatever, and it was like, it's short for the pasta. But I guess in English it translates to penalty or sentence, is what it's saying. But I was just curious if there was, but it was like, it's the first thing
Similar
I popped up was
to
like,
panini.
the first thing I popped up was like, it's short for the pasta, the pen,
Penne?
P-E-N-N, yeah, whatever, the penne. And it's like, no, that's not what we're looking for at all. I was just
I
curious.
do need some pasta. I need to write that on the list real quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that guy's a badass in my book, I'd say.
Oh no, that guy
I think
definitely
he's
is
a dumbass.
more. And then he got a boner, and it's like, and
Oh my
like, my
God.
god, he's rock hard with rocks, with hard rocks on him.
He cracked the stone. No.
God damn it. Is that the Dwayne? Or is that a rock? So there's a few ways to smoke a witch out. Mike has a few of them he was gonna share with us.
Well, I can't remember all of them. I know that one of them was they would tie stones to her and then throw her in a lake. And if she floated, she was a witch. And then if she sank and drowned to death, she wasn't a witch.
Can you imagine that? Just
When
sitting
it-
there during that time, you're just watching the bubbles come up, and everybody's just waiting in suspense because they're waiting for the rise. Every time, just waiting. It's like, we got one this time, guys. We got it. And the bubbles eventually stop coming up, and I'm like,
Poor
All right,
Mary.
and everybody just walks back, and it's just like they're just so
Like,
excited.
y'all just murdered someone.
Well, we were wrong this time. God will forgive because they were seen doing it. How many times do you think they try to justify that? With how many different excuses? Well,
I
They
don't,
probably probably said the devil was in them until they died and then they left.
Yeah,
it's-
probably.
It's so fucking crazy to me to think about like that concept. That it was like, oh, we fucked up. How dumb are you to just keep believing people when they say something like this? They were that fucking afraid of supernatural shit that they just were that. Because it's like, I get it, a different time, different era, but also there is a fucking thing called being fucking. I can't think of the word.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid and just fucking being when you believe gullible. That's
Oh.
it was like they didn't have that word back then. Like, they were, what's that thing called where you believe everything you hear? I don't know. We should
Gullible?
come up with a word for it. That's what we're saying. But it's like we
Oh.
should come up with a word for it. The guy that kept accusing everybody that started it, his name was Goalie. And it's like, oh, if you believe Goalie, then you're gullible. Yeah. Don't believe Goalie, everybody. Goalie Goldberson. Damn you.
I think the fire one was a test too. Like if they didn't die, they were a witch. I'm not sure. I like
Here's one that you guys will
If you don't
get
smell
a
burning
good
flesh, if you don't
chuckle.
smell burning flesh, they're not human.
Here's one. I'm gonna give you a little backstory with it though. According to an entry from March 27th, 1692. I keep wanting to say 1692. In the records of the Salem Village Church, a church member and close neighbor of Reverend Paris, Mary Sheebley, I'm gonna say Sheebley, aunt of Mary Walcott, directed John Indian, a man enslaved by Paris, to make witch cake. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you that this is all on record, like this actually happened. So witch cake is whoever's afflicted or whoever is like I guess afflicted by whoever put a spell on them, I guess. Responsible, like whoever's bewitched, they pee into a mixture of like rye bread. They bake it into some cake, like a bread cake kind of deal, and then they feed it to a dog. And then in doing so, it will show the person who is behind the bewitchment, who is ailing these people.
How? Does the dog find them or?
Well, don't worry about what the dog has to do. I don't know why
I
they
mean-
feed it to the dog.
Like, does the dog like fucking like point at the fucking person? Like they're
The
hunting?
mixture consisted of rye meal mixed with urine of the bewitched person. This concoction was then formed into a loaf, baked on hot ashes, and fed to a dog. It was believed this would harm the
Did they
person
need this,
responsible for the
though?
bewitchment.
Or did they like loosely gather it with a stick? Or they're just like getting fucking wrist deep in this urine bread?
I don't know how they're.
This is a good question. Okay, I know it's fucking sterile, but goddamn, like y'all are playing with your urine at that point. You're one step behind fucking writing shit on the walls with your shit.
Fucking R. Kelly up in this bitch. And then there was also, so we got the touch test. Okay, here it is. Sorry, I lost my fucking spots in this shit. So the touch test is if the accused witch touched the victim while the victim was having a fit, and the fit stopped, observers believe that meant that the accused was the person who had afflicted the victim. So basically, if Joseph was sitting there throwing a fit, like freaking out, and I touch him and he stops, they'll basically be like, "Oh, he's guilty. Get that motherfucker."
What the fuck?
No, you guys don't know. Joseph has this thing. If you touch him, he busts a nut in his pants. He's fine. He's got super sensitive skin. He loves the
Dude,
grip
that's
of a
just-
man's fingers on his shoulder blades.
Imagine that, like, you're having a fit because you have like seizures or some shit at that time, and then like one of your loved one knows that like if they just hold you for a second, you'll calm down or something like that, and you'll be fine. And they go and do that, and you stop, and then they get fucking killed for it.
Yeah, when does this fucking shift from you're a witch this guy has like the divine touch?
That is a fucking good point.
Yeah, that's because people eventually like he has healing hands. I mean, it's no longer paranoid time. More people are paranoid about government than they are religion. So somewhere along the lines it shifted. That's what I was saying. Well, back then, if you were fucking in a shitty mood because your life was kind of shitty and you knew it, it's like, praise be the Lord, you must be the devil's servant. And nowadays, everybody's like, hey, things could be better. Yeah, things weren't as shitty as Puritans burning witches at the stakes and putting rocks in their pockets or whatever the fuck underwater, but things could be better. We don't have to be ruled by fucking whatever.
Some of the. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Nah, I lost my point there. Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, eventually somewhere in time it shifted from a paranoid perspective to a more divine, something of more like divine heavenly nature, which is like, when did it do that? And that's all I had.
Yeah. That's an interesting point.
Other evidence would be that they got to find these witches came through confessions from the accused, testimonies by a confessed witch who identified others as witches, the discovery of
She's just rolling on her
puppets.
homies. Fucking
Huh?
snitch. She's just rolling on her homies. Fucking snitch.
Yeah, basically. The discovery of poppets, which are like witchcraft little dolls. Books of palmistry and horoscopes or pots of ointments in the possession or home of the accused. And then if they had a witch's teat. And
Fuck is a witch's teat?
I'm about to tell you. A witch's teat is said to be a mole or blemish somewhere on the body that was insensitive to touch. Discovery of such insensitive areas was considered evidence of witchcraft.
I guess I'd be a witch then.
So basically, if you just had an unsightly mole or something,
Well, it's like if you have a mole in sensitive areas, I'd be a witch because I have a mole on my inner thigh.
and on the tip of your penis.
Yeah. Or no, that's the herpes.
Another way of finding out if a woman is a witch or not is if they are found to have a clitoris, it'd prove her status as a witch.
What the fuck? What?
So
Really?
is that an actual thing?
Yes, it is. I'll send you a link if you want to read about it.
Oh my god!
Wait, what did the poem? What was the poem about? The half-hanged Mary, Mary Webster. What was when she said, also because she had breasts and then a pear in her body. What is a pear in her body? Did she mean ovaries or? I'm
I
sorry.
don't
Now
know.
I just flipped back over.
I
It's
don't.
not like a pear. Like a pear. Wait.
Did
I
it
don't know.
say
Sorry. I flipped because you're
PEAR
talking
or
about a clitoris,
PAIR?
and then I was thinking about. Oh fuck! I don't know.
They
Well, I was-
consider the clit the basically is it's a devil's teat, basically.
But every woman has one, but some are more concealed than others. So I guess if you can't see it on the outside,
Oh my god!
Yeah, they said healthy women don't have a clit, so you must have
What the
quit.
fuck?
well then all men believed all women were fucking whatever because I doubt Puritans could find the clit ever.
They don't want to go be playing with the devil's teeth. They'll get accused for witchcraft. Make that bitch come.
This
She's
is
like, I
that-
never felt like that before. This man's a witch.
This is the definition of toxic masculinity. It really fucking is. Any way you look at this shit. Well, I can't pleasure her. It's not my fault. She must be a fucking witch or something if her pleasure button is the devil's fucking teat. That's for sure. That's so fucking. That is fucking.
I
oh my
cannot
God.
believe that, dude.
It is like the fucking. Oh man.
So essentially, just being a woman.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. It's like just
Makes you a
being a
witch.
woman or being a thinking woman. Being a woman that wasn't fucking refused to be oppressed or even showed any slight fucking hint of having a personality outside of their husband was a witch.
Okay, continue, Casey.
God, dude, how full of
so.
yourself can you really fucking be?
See, this is what happens when the fucking church writes the laws. The fucking priests aren't allowed to sleep with anybody. Except, little boys.
Yeah, no, it's fucking. I guess
because the husbands, like, they see it, and then somehow the fucking clergy sees it and he goes, devil button.
Well, there's a story about a girl that was accused as a witch.
Father,
And,
I was sleeping with my wife, right? I laid with my father. I laid with my wife, right? Yeah, continue, my son. And we did it by candlelight. Yes. And I seen something peculiar, something I've never seen or touched before. Did she make a noise? Yes. Devil button. Burn her. You will be. Wait. I can't even think of something. I lost it.
God damn, dude. That should have fucking been on this one.
Sister Chelsea, cover your legs. Why? Because you know that the men get mean if they see our bean.
You know what I keep thinking of is fucking Randall in Clerks 2. talked about Dante's girlfriend in that.
Oh
The
yeah, an
oversized
oversized
clit.
clit. Oh yeah, she would have been burned at the stake at age 14.
At birth. No, okay, so the fuck, what was I gonna say?
Oh, by the way,
God damn
that is Kevin Smith's wife, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I was gonna tell you the story about this. We were talking about clits, and it reminded me of it.
I'm gonna
This
take
girl
a
got
picture.
accused of okay, this girl got accused of witchcraft, and they well, she got accused, and they're looking all over her body for a devil's teat. Couldn't find one. Ended up finding one in her gooch area, and then so they killed her. And then after they killed her, the devil's teat just mysteriously disappeared.
Like that wasn't a mole, that was just a dingleberry.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's what they were using. That's
oh
what they
my
used
God.
for their.
Dude, that's fucking stupid.
So I'll give you a quick
Yeah.
rundown. This girl got accused of witchcraft, and then she got arrested. They were examining her body, trying to find a devil's teat, and they found this mole on her gooch, and so they killed her. And after she died, they went to go re-examine the body, and the devil's teat mysteriously disappeared.
What the fuck?
Because it was probably never there.
I said it was
Doesn't-
probably
oh,
a
never mind.
dingleberry.
An upwards dingleberry, a dingleberry that lodged too high up. I mean, to be fair, I mean, guys, we get we got a larger gutrial region. I mean, they only have but the small space between butt and puss. The ass puss ratio is
I mean, how often do these fucking people shower? It could have just been dirt.
I mean, a clump of mud from working out in the fucking fields.
Just like a small blemish from dirt or some shit, It's like
She ate the
I don't know.
last she ate the last pizza at home, and she was embarrassed that her husband was gonna find out, so she stuffed the pit in between her legs.
oh my God. Why is that funny? I'm sorry, but that shouldn't be funny. Why?
Oh man.
I don't know, but that's all I really had on the witch trials, unless we get into some actual cases. But oh yeah, see, that's what I assume they look like. Fucking Puritans.
Hmm.
Even the statue makes them look like cunts.
Well, let's go to break again. While we figure out what comes next.
What is this a picture of? Is that somebody eating the devil's asshole?
Yeah, here, let me since you're not gonna read it.
My bad. I have like 1,000 tabs open, and I don't know what's what.
Osculum infame is the name of a witch's supposed ritual greeting upon meeting the devil. The name means the shameful kiss or kiss of shame, since
They
it
kiss their
involves kissing the devil's anus or other mouth. According to folklore, this was the kiss that allowed the devil to seduce women.
Dude, it must have been hilarious during like when a witch was about to be put to death, and they were like, "Kiss my ass." They're like, "We knew it."
Yeah, during the years of the witch hunts, it was believed that the witches worshipped the devil and paid him homage by kissing his posterior. Asshole.
That's all funny.
When in reality,
just wanted to throw
these
that
women are just
last one
tonguing down dudes' asses.
It's it's belief held that the devil demanded the kiss and shame in other forms than human, including rams, black cats, toads. Man, Could you imagine a cat just like kiss my asshole?
I mean, like a
Fuck
lot of
your
cats when you're petting them, like if you're holding them, they'll put
You
their
don't
fucking ass
understand.
in your face.
I
like,
wasn't
Stop it!
I wasn't kissing its asshole. I was trying to gnaw out the shit stuck in the fur.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I just think these people are all just fucking all batshit crazy, man.
Yeah.
They didn't. Well, it's because he's man.
I
It's
bet
fucking. It's always around religion is what it always
Yeah.
boils down to. Is because
I bet
people
a
get
lo-
too fucking wrapped up in their religion and shit, and then
Yeah.
think that they come up with these crazy ideas like, "Oh, I had a dream about Joseph. Motherfucker's a witch. He was in my dream."
I bet a lot of these were because of petty fucking arguments.
Well,
Like,
it even said that a lot of the accusations of witchcraft happen between neighbors.
Yeah.
So it's this cut your
Like,
fucking
I've had
hedges,
enough.
Bill.
Being loud
They,
again.
they
there
are
must be
playing their
casting
violin at 3:00
incantation.
in the morning again.
They must be casting incantations and such, or whatever the fuck. Why are they being loud? They're fighting. Mary, his wife, must be a witch. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Dude, honestly, we'd probably be like, if we were females, we'd probably be accused as witches with our fucking, when we drink, we get hella loud.
Sorry about that. Accidentally unplugged my cord.
So neighbors be like, fuck those people, man.
Fuck those assholes.
Man, fuck
Goddamn.
Jeff
Yeah,
Goldblum,
you know what?
man.
Those guys? They're witches. That's
Thanks,
what they are.
man.
Hear all that yelling? They're obviously intoxicated on the Satan's magic. Or on the devil's magic.
The devil's nectar.
Oh, yeah.
Her throat is full of the devil's load.
No, but this shit is just...
Shit's ridiculous.
I just think a lot of this was just petty bullshit. And it went too
A lot of it
far.
was.
Obviously, the ones that are petty bullshit stuff obviously have no morals because they know they were pretty much killing those people.
Yep. They just yeah, it was just fucking a bunch of cunts, really. They just being a bunch of assholes. That's why I don't like organized religion. You get they just use it to back up whatever bullshit claims they do, and then once they do it, they're like, "Oh, I was doing it in the name of God, so it's okay." I don't like it. Probably mass fear, probably attributed to the witch trials too. Everyone freaking out over one
Oh,
person
yeah.
freaks out
When it
over
got-
something.
When it got popular, everybody thinking everybody's a witch.
Yeah, all the mass hysteria.
Yeah. What do you think, Joe?
I just fucking think people let like fear of, I don't know, just like I don't know, it's fear of superstition, something. I don't know. The shit's just fucking crazy. And there was a lot of like fear and shit and a lot of superstitions, and a lot of people believe more into the supernatural shit rather than science. And then you have every fucking caveman, Neanderthal fucking man out there that's just like, a woman can't be good as me in anything and can't have their own separate mind outside of their husband. Witch.
Good Lord. She beat my dick better than I did. She's a witch.
No hands that moist. Witch. Why do you think she's a witch? She performed some witchcraft on me. I don't want to say out loud in front of everyone. What is it? Damn it. We're trying to figure out if she's one of them. Well, when you get you get a hand job. Yes, the sandpaper Sally. What is it?
Oh my god.
She spit on her hand and made some kind of lubrication. My God.
Witch!
Burn her.
Burn that whore!
God damn. Dude, how many
Miss
people do
Sally.
you think died because they had blemishes on their skin? Like fucking psoriasis.
Well, that was the
or shit
thing
like that.
too. That Mary Webster, she had like some kind of scarf, I think from boiled water. I mean, don't quote me on that, but it was something. People were saying it was some kind of sign of the devil thing or something. But she burned herself on something.
People with syphilis fucking
Syphilis
get red
running around.
patches. They get red patches on them. They get put to death.
Well, they should be put out of their misery.
Fuck.
Someone
they
gets
weren't-
fucking chicken pox, dead. Right there.
Jesus.
Don't even get to live through the sickness. Just
Somebody
set
gets a
on fire,
fucking
thrown in a
somebody
lake.
gets a
Pressed.
cold sore or some shit. I get these every winter. We've never seen it. Somebody's been digging their tongue in the devil's ass. Burn him. Blisters be damned.
It's just like, dude, this shit is fucking stupid.
It really is.
Like it's a cool topic, but goddamn, they were fucking stupid.
Uneducated, scared, under the pressure of Puritans.
Oh man.
Like, dude, if there were witches, you probably wouldn't catch them. Like, if they actually had
You really
powers and
wouldn't.
shit, not just Wiccans, you know?
Yeah.
You would not fucking catch them. Because they have magical powers.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
not gonna
plus
just,
their
they're not gonna
brains.
beg for their fucking lives because if you can cast spells and everything like that, why the fuck would you just wait around and then beg for your life? Because it's like, no, they don't
no,
want
it's-
they don't want us to know they're a witch. That's why they're whatever. It's like, no, if they didn't want you to know they were a fucking witch, they'd murder you. They
Yeah.
would murder anybody that was fucking anything. They wouldn't be
no,
like,
it's-
damn, you burned me and now you know I'm not a witch. I'll get you next time. And then they just live in town. It's like, yep, we added him as a witch. We did our job.
oh yeah. Oh no, it's gonna be super easy to kill me. Yeah, it's not like I'm friends with the devil or anything, you know. But it's
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't bring anything back more than once. I mean, he can bring himself from one plane to the next. What do you think he's gonna do with me? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
I
all
don't
these devil
understand their
doing all
logic.
these- Yeah, and it's like the devil's going around getting all these things. It's like, why? Because it's entertaining. If I was a devil, I'd just be running around slapping everybody with my devil dick back then. Like, I wouldn't be just fucking manipulating people and sell. And it's like, yeah, sell your soul to me and I'll let you do dope shit. No, dude, I'm gonna do shit myself. I mean, maybe that gets boring after fucking infinity amount of time, but I don't know. How entertaining is it to watch people get burned? For that? I mean,
Obviously,
like-
pretty entertaining because they kept
Well,
doing it.
I guess if you're being very conniving about it, like you're like, yeah, sell your soul to me, and then it's like, and then all these people will burn you, therefore they will burn for eternity too. So I mean, I'm getting like 1,000 souls in one here.
God damn, it's just. All I could do for this subject is just look down and go.
It honestly makes me embarrassed as a fucking just as somebody of the male fucking gender only, just literally because how could you be so blind? Because it's obviously like very deep and fucking sexist stuff.
Well,
I just wanted to make a
30% were
joke
male, right? 30%.
Yeah, but-
78% were female accused.
So about 20% were male.
Yeah, so you got like not even a whole fucking 1/4 of
It's like
fucking
what,
the-
22%?
But then also think of it like the women that were getting accused. They're getting accused of just being a person with something outside of their fucking husband or just their genitalia. Like I'm sure the men that were whatever, they were probably like not practicing Puritan shit and fucking or whatever. What did that old guy again? Why did he get accused? The one with the stones?
Oh, I don't know why you got. I don't remember why you got accused.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if it was because his balls hung lower than any other man's, and they were just like jealous of it? He had bigger balls than the other guys. He got circumcised because he reverted from Judaism to Puritan, and they were like, "The fuck? Where's the top of his dick? He sold it to the devil powers." He got rid of his foreskin for foresight. He knew this was coming.
But goddamn, it's just. I wish that I could look into the minds of these people to see if they were just vindictive assholes or if they actually believe this shit.
They probably honestly believed it.
Okay, and I want to see if any of them were like,
There
I
had to
don't
be
know,
some
this seems a
people
little
that-
fishy.
There had to been some people that just like fucking legit didn't like somebody to the point where they wanted them dead.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. A lot of accusations happen between disputes between neighbors.
Oh,
So they
yeah,
were
yeah,
just
that's
fucking
right.
sitting there yelling at each other, and they're like, "Ah,
What?
this motherfucker's a
God
witch."
damn, he won't stop yelling at his fucking kid. Johnson is a witch. Why? I don't know, man. I haven't slept in 3 days. Sounds about right.
Not to, dude. So they also were like, if it's a single woman witch, so it's like the fucking introverts and lesbians dead.
Oh yeah. So yeah, anybody that's fucking whatever. Oh, this guy kind of thinks dick and vagina is cool. Better fucking burn him at the stake. This guy keeps shoving his feet. A wife complains, "My husband shoves his finger in his own ass when we're making love." That's devil behavior if I've ever heard of it. Everybody's all like looking like both ways, like they've never tried it, and all shameful. Yeah, nobody here's done that. I caught my son trying to poorly please himself, and every guy's like, maybe we can let that one go.
Dude, were they
Boy,
just
boy.
also were they taking just any sign of sin as like, oh, you sold your soul to the devil? Because
Dude,
like,
if you weren't-
what if
if
you
you
got
weren't
caught
a-
beating off? Were you like then tried as a witch?
Probably.
He was using the butter his poor mom churned this evening to masturbate.
After she
What do you-
slaved over it for hours.
What do you have to say for yourself? Well, it burned in the sun when I tried to get it off.
And now I got all these
Everybody
blemishes on my dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everybody note this. Little Crisco here burned himself.
Fuck, dude.
Oh man.
I wish Matt would have been on this one. He would have had a lot of jokes.
Yeah, he would have loved it. Maybe he'll be on the Chupacabra one.
Yeah, but that's not gonna have as many jokes.
Jokes and
Like this one was just ripe for just talking shit about it, and
Oh, yeah.
there's so many outrageous things in it. It's easy to fucking talk about because really it's pretty much probably every fucking place in Massachusetts that was doing this shit, not just Salem, was probably making up their own goddamn rules.
yeah, just
Yeah.
different shit.
You know, some like the fucking clergyman there doesn't like chicken or some shit. He's like, anybody that eats chicken, y'all. It's like it tastes like shit. I know y'all are devil worshippers if you eat this, because who would eat something like this that tastes this bad? You know what I mean? Like they could have been doing some stupid fucking shit because it's just made by these rules are being made by the fucking church, and each fucking little town has its own church and its own fucking person.
Yeah, different fucking shit.
Some fucking clergyman has that one thing where cilantro tastes like soap, and then people are like making tacos. I don't know, probably not, but like they're making tacos. They have cilantro in it. He goes, devil herb.
Colonial tacos.
It's so fucking stupid. It's so funny though, and not funny because a lot of people died, but that can be funny.
It's hilarious because enough time passed that it's allowed to. So, but I mean, in all actuality, like it is fucking, just thinking about it is fucking disgusting. The fact that like humans would do that to other humans, just fucking with almost zero evidence of fucking any actual witchcraft shit. It's not like 20 people just seen this bitch flying around on a fucking broomstick, flopping her titties around, going. I mean, come on, man. They're not my grandma in the middle of fucking November. Like they're not.
Dude,
My
you really
grandma.
think like if one of us died, God forbid, we wouldn't be making fucking jokes at the expense like the next day?
Oh, dude, I made a joke that I was gonna have my coffin spring load up at people. But no, the joke I kept fucking saying was, I want to be cremated and I want someone to fart my ashes into somebody else's face, preferably a famous person's. Like just fart dust them.
Just like imagine doing a eulogy. Just Joseph lived how he died, thinking about cock. Just something stupid like that, and like.
And as soon as they say that, I spring load up with a recording that says, "Did somebody say cock?" And my eyes are fucking like sewn up. So I'm just like,
because I hate when I go to a funeral and like I know like I knew the person or something like that, and I knew they were a fucking jokester, and no one tries to lighten the mood and make a joke. They just are like, it's too serious, which I understand it needs to be, but I cope with comedy.
yeah, I do too. That's a
so it's like, and just like, I know that joke would make you laugh. So you know what I mean? Sure, some people probably get mad at me, but if they got mad at me, they'd be like, I'd be like, you obviously didn't know Joe that well.
It'd just be funny. I like
he would have loved
You obviously didn't know Joe that well. He would have loved it that I stuck this butt plug in his ass before he got into the ground.
Did someone say cock? I just like spring up and everybody like gets scared. It's like, yeah. I told him that it was gonna come out more creepy than it really was meant to be, but he didn't care. He jokingly said, "Send it to the YouTube in the sky or hell." He didn't really know where he was going.
Nah, if you guys ever have to go to my funeral, make jokes.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you think we covered Salem Witch Trials?
Yeah,
I think we did.
I think we got her.
Yeah, I think
We did next year for the Connecticut Witch Trials.
So yeah, we covered
Maybe.
some
We'll
we covered some things here. So there's no conspiracy here. So let us know of any stories in the comments of hilarious accusations from the witch trials. There's a lot of ums in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't care though. That works.
Yeah, it works. Drop us a line, comment on anything. Just do whatever.